Hi again and welcome to BryzGarage. Today we're going to be changing out the door lock actuator. What's happening is it's making a grinding noise. I'm going to use my key fob here. We're going to unlock it and you're going to hear a grinding noise. And now we're going to lock it, unlock it, lock it. And if you didn't get enough of that, let me do it one more time. There you go. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Sorry, had to do it one more time for you. So if you're having issues with your door locks, every time you press your fob remote or you go to lock your door and you hear this grinding noise, it's most likely your actuator, or you can be having symptoms of the doors locking and unlocking really fast. That is a sign of a bad actuator, and it could be on one or more doors. I've actually already changed this, but when I went to hit record, apparently I didn't hit record. So I'm having to show you this again, and I want to show you this because there's no videos online. So keep in mind, your door actuator on your rear door is located somewhere about right here versus your front door, which is about right here. I still need to do my front door, but we're gonna go through the motions of doing the rear door. I just want to try to help you because I had really no help for this. So anyway, first things first, we're going to remove our negative terminal on our battery, our negative battery cable from our terminal, and then we'll remove this door panel, and I'll show you how. Alright, so we're just going to simply remove the negative battery terminal. And push it to the side. Okay, so for our rear door removal, I'm going to show you where all the screws are located. There's one right here, one right here, one down here, there's one there, behind that little black cover there, and there's one over there. So there's 5 altogether. Keep in mind the rear door is different than the front door. There's different screws, so if you need to see how to remove the front door panel, I'm going to make a video on that, so you can watch that video. But this shows you how to remove your rear panel door. So I'm gonna begin by removing that little piece right there. I'll show you how to do this first one. You just simply take a little tiny screwdriver and simply pry it in here. Be very careful not to scratch it up or to lose them, like that one just popped away. Oh, there it is. Anyway, that will give you access to your screws, and then you use a number 2 screwdriver. For this one on this side, you'll want to use a short screwdriver, a little stubby one, so you can get access. The longer one hits the seat. So there it is. So you want to use that. So, and then also for your little cover, same thing as those other screw covers, just simply use a tiny screwdriver or a pick or something like that to remove that. So let's remove all the screws. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. If when you pull out your screw, you pop out that center cap, and then this is what comes out. So try not to, don't pry this off before you pry out that center cap to access the screw. Once you pry off the cap, then you can access this, and this comes out. Okay, so before we begin to remove our door panel, we want to make sure we remove this plastic trim piece off our window. Simply take a small screwdriver, begin to carefully pull away, and there's some plastic little pieces in the door. One of them came out, so we'll just simply slide that in, not a big deal. But that's right there. And that's all it does, is pop in there by those little plastic rivets. So now that we got that off, we can begin to remove this door panel. Alright, so with all the screws out and the window trim piece that's located up here, we are now going to just take a flat blade screwdriver, and we're going to gently press it back here, and we're going to pry off our door panel just very lightly. And you'll hear it pop. Again, those are those plastic little rivets. So go ahead and pop it around your door. Once you get to this point, gently push up. I push up from the rear of the window. Just kind of wiggle it just lightly, be very careful. And then once you get here, hold it for a second, because there's some electrical connectors on the back that I'm going to show you how to remove before you let go of this door. Okay, so now with our door panel off, what we're going to do is we're going to remove this little wire harness by simply pressing the little tab on the connector right here on the male connector and press it down. You may need a flathead screwdriver to press that. There we go. And then you can remove your door panel. Alright, we'll set it there for safekeeping. And that's how we remove a door panel. Okay, so for this door actuator, again, the front is different than the rear. So for the rear, I've already taken off this plastic again. I've already replaced this. I'm showing you how. I made the video and I didn't record, so I'm going to show you how. You may need to take a razor knife to cut along this plastic seal to take off this water shield. I should maybe do that because now it's coming off. But anyway, all we're going to do is remove it to about right there. That should be about good. And then right here we have some 10mm nuts that we need to remove off the actuator. So your rear door actuator is located here, where your driver's door is down here. Again, if you want to see a video on the front door, I'm going to have a video for that. But this is for the rear door. So we're going to remove these two nuts right here, these two 10mm nuts. Alright, so now that the nuts are off the actuator, we're going to simply press in and pull out. And here's our actuator. It will be connected by a little bar such as this. And this is very hard to show you. I'll do what I can, but it's very, very difficult to show because you have to do it all basically blindly. So I'm going to take it out and I'm going to try to explain to you what I do, because it's, again, I can't get the camera up in there to show you. Okay, so this is what our actuator right there looks like. So I'm going to try to explain this. Again, it's hard to explain because I can't get the camera back there. So this is what it looks like on the back. You should have another screw there, but I just dropped it and I'm not sure where it is, and I'll have to find it in a sec. But this is actually for my front driver's door that I'm going to be replacing. But so there's a cover on this thing. This is the cover, this gray piece. They're not all going to be gray. Some may be black or whatever, but this one's gray. How it's connected is it just simply, you're going to take your thumb, and you'll want to wear your gloves in there because keep in mind there's sharp edges there all around it. So for this, you're going to lift up, simply pull this out, pull this off, pull the cover off, and then you're going to find the front of it looks like this. And the way it works is I showed you that little bar right here. And that bar is going to have a little hook on the end. And all you're going to simply do is take that there, this little deal here, and you're going to clip it onto that hook, this little plastic piece right there. You're going to put the hook in there, and you'll see what I mean when you go to remove it, how it's connected. But it will connect in there, so you'll put your hook into this hole there, right there. And then you'll simply slide this around and clip it on. So that's going to be holding that in place. And it's just going to go in there like this. Also, there is a connector, a male connector. This is a female. So a male connector is going to go into here. So that's, I mean, it's really easy to take out and put back in. It's just hard to explain how to get access. The front door is a lot harder. It being in a different place and all, it's harder to get access to. But that's really all there is to it. Again, slide your little hook into that hole, then pull this up, and then it will lock into place. Keep in mind, there's 4 different part numbers, okay? I can't stress that enough. Don't just buy an actuator for a 2002 to 2005 Hyundai Accord, or Hyundai Sonata Accord. Yeah, I'm going to get shot by all the Hyundai people. Keep in mind, there's 4 different actuators for each door, so they're all different. I'll put the number of this one down in the description. This is my driver's side rear door. But anyway, this is what they look like. That's where they go. That's how they connect. So now you just button everything back up and go in reverse order to connect it all back together. So let's go through that. Okay, so now that we got those in place, let's put our water shield back, pull it nice and tight. Again, you might have to use a razor blade to get a nice cut along there. I wish I would have, but I didn't. Okay, so now that that's in place, we'll grab our little door panel there, and we're going to put that back in place. But we first have to connect the connector. Okay, to install the connector back, have your door panel upright. Just have it there, like this, and then simply slide in until it locks in place. Right there. Okay. Then you'll just turn it. You're going to turn it, and then we're going to put it in place. Okay, to put it in place, you'll notice this is along the window edge there, the door panel. You got to put it on the other side of the window lip right there, and then slide it down into place. Okay, so now that we got the door panel all in place, granted, it is a little tricky to slide this in, so I would suggest have it at this angle, going in. Make sure it's flush against this window. Get this edge, this top edge in here first, and then kind of bring it around, and you'll notice there's 2 little white brackets there, and then there's one on the other side. Those are pretty difficult to get around, so you have to kind of flex it out after you get this in there to push down, and then these just snap in place where you have your little plastic grommets. There's, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them down there. So next thing we're going to put in all the screws. Okay, then last but not least, snap this back in place. Just simply goes like that. Just like that. Voila, you are done. Now hook your battery back up and test it. So I just wanted to thank you again for watching BryzGarage today. I hope this video on replacing a rear door actuator on a 2003 Hyundai Sonata helps you. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if it did. And there's, of course, other videos on Hyundai Sonatas on my channel. So, yeah, watch them too. So thanks again for watching BryzGarage. Take care and have a nice day.